Thank you for choosing iAchieve as one of your Build Up partners. We're delighted to be supporting this exciting Pixel initiative for a second year. Here at iAchieve, we're passionate about providing opportunities to succeed for those learners that might need a different route to success. We specialise in vocational education at Key Stage 4, and this year we're supporting Build Up with our Steps to Success package. The online programmes included in this package provide the perfect first steps on vocational pathways without the regulations and pressures of a qualification. Learners can choose from a collection of relevant and engaging courses that will help them to develop their independent learning proficiency and equip them with the knowledge and skills that can be applied to everyday life beyond school. There are opportunities for learners to develop practical skills whilst building confidence in themselves and their ability to learn. Learners can gain an iAchieve Certificate of Achievement upon completion of these courses. The package includes the following online programmes: an introduction to nutrition, an introduction to engineering, an introduction to fitness and health, an introduction to food and cooking, and an introduction to childcare. As I mentioned, these courses are not qualifications, but rather introductory online programmes to vocational subjects. Now let's log into the platform. When your iAchieve account is created, you'll receive admin login details. This type of account allows you to set up teacher accounts, learner accounts, and teaching groups. You'll receive instructions about how to do this when your account is set up. Assuming you've set up your learner accounts, you'll then need to decide with your learners which programme or programmes they'll be studying. This might not necessarily be the same for each learner. That's entirely up to you. Let's use an introduction to food and cooking as an example. Click into the course and choose Create Teaching Group. From here, you can create your classes. If we then go back to the dashboard and click on View Teaching and Learning Package, now we can see the course materials. As you can see, an introduction to food and cooking is broken down into 4 units. On the right-hand side of the screen, you'll find the workbooks that are associated with each unit. This is very similar to what learners will see when they log in. So let's log in as a learner now. As you can see, as a learner, my dashboard looks very similar to that of a teacher. This is so that if learners are working independently or you're delivering the course in the classroom, there's a nice continuity with the course materials. As I mentioned, the course is broken down into 4 units. Those units are then further broken down into sessions, and those sessions are further broken down into pages. This unique instructional design lends itself really nicely to learners who need a different type of learning and a different route to success. It helps them to build confidence, stay motivated, and believe in themselves as learners because they can see their progress from day to day. Let's click into one of the sessions. Learners work through the course materials, completing the tasks as they go along. When learners type into the boxes provided, their notes store into what we call their journal. The notes will then disappear so that learners can revisit these activities and have another go at them at a later date. The notes they made do store in the journal as mentioned, and this can be found on their dashboard at the top of the screen. You can see here that the notes I've just made are now stored nicely in this journal. I'll go back to the course materials. And you can see that there are also links to other websites available. This is brilliant for getting your learners and so they work through the course materials. Learners can work through at their own pace. Again, there's another take it further, which allows learners to do further reading on a subject area and enhance their knowledge. When a learner gets to the end of the session, they can have a go at one of these drag and drop activities. These are informal assessment for learning activities that help the learner to understand whether they have understood the knowledge. I'm going to go back to the dashboard now and click on this assessment link. This will take me, as a learner, to the workbook for this unit. I can open up this workbook and type directly onto it. Learners can print these off if they prefer. So the learner will type directly onto the workbook and then save it. The learner can now send that document across to the teacher for marking. They'll just choose the file from the place that they saved it and add in a note to their teacher. When they click submit, that will now drop into the teacher side of the platform. And this way, you can communicate with your learner about their assessment, giving feedback to them as many times as you wish. Remember, this is not a formal qualification. It's simply an introductory programme to these vocational subject areas. If I log back out and log in as a teacher, and click on the learner's name, you can now see that that learner has sent that workbook across to you. If you click on the Provide Feedback link, from here, you're able to download that work, mark it, and send it back to the learner. There are iAchieve certificates of achievement available for your learners, and you can give them to them at any time you wish throughout the programme. This might be at the end of a unit, or it might be at the end of the course. It's entirely up to you. You'll find these certificates in the supporting documents area. If you go to templates and then click on build up certificate, this is where you'll find them. So this is how the iAchieve platform works. You'll receive your login details when we set up your account. You'll be able to set up your teachers, your learners, and your teaching groups, then decide which courses your learners will study. Once you've done this, learners can log into the platform and start their learning journey. Should you need any help or support, please contact info@iachieve.org.uk. Thank you for listening. We're really excited to be involved in the Pixel Build Up initiative again this year.